Hi, this is George ALGER with another segment of Our Ventura TV. Today we're going to be talking about the cancer support community. And I have some very special guests here to speak to that. I'm going to start off with Marty Nason, who is the Vice President of Programs at the Cancer Support Community. She's also a nurse specialist, and she's the co-founder of the group back in 1991. We also have Diane Martell, who is a licensed marriage, family, and child therapist. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Now let's start with the most basic question here. So what is the cancer support community?
By the way, we used to be called the Wellness Community, but now we've changed our name to the Cancer Support Community. But the Cancer Support Community is a wonderful community asset. It helps cancer patients and their families when they've been diagnosed with cancer and all through the cancer journey by providing free programs of emotional support, education, and hope. And one of our very special programs is one that is for children, because cancer terrifies the whole family and they're all affected, and parents particularly worry about how this is going to affect their children. So Diane is an expert here in our children's programs.
So Diane, let's speak about the children's programs then.
Well, as Marty mentioned, many parents are terrified as soon as they're diagnosed. It's what's going to happen with the children and how am I going to explain it to them. But on the other hand, there are many families who say, oh no, my child's too young, they don't notice anything, they don't know what's going on. So the referrals I get for the Kids and Teens Circle that I run at St. John's Cancer Center come from the schools where the children are acting out, or come from the parents who say, oh, my child has become so clingy or so fearful of things. And it leads back to somebody in the family is very ill with cancer. And so we bring them into we call the Kids and Teens Circle, and it's a bilingual program for children where we meet weekly, and we, through art therapy, through music, all kinds of media, we get the children to talk about what's going on. We relax them by teaching them about themselves and how to take care of themselves, and in that way let them talk about what's going on and do it through art, through movement, through music. And then we also reach out to the children who have cancer and their families. And that is through a wonderful collaboration of 3 hospitals in Ventura County and put together by the Teddy Bear Cancer Foundation. And we meet with the families of the children at the Pediatric Oncology Unit and their families once a month, have a dinner provided by a local restaurant, and then break up into sessions where the parents get to have time for themselves to talk about their problems and in a support group. While the teens are working this year with a wonderful artist, a muralist, who's helping them do some murals that are going to go up in the Pediatric Oncology Unit when they're done. And the little ones from 5 to 12 years old meet and do art therapy and talk about their problems. And we even have wonderful volunteers that take the toddlers and do babysitting, childcare. So we reach out to all of the ages and all of the children that are affected by cancer, either themselves that have cancer or their sibs or their mom or dad or their grandma and grandpa.
Wow, and I think this is fascinating that you're really addressing not only the children affected by cancer, but their siblings as well. Is it truly the majority of the people that you're working with, or the children that you're working with, are the ones that aren't personally affected by cancer?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, we have more groups that are the Kids and Teen Circle, which are children affected by cancer, don't have cancer themselves. And then the smaller group that we meet once a month is the children who have cancer, all the way from toddler through teens.
Diane, why don't you tell them the story about the boy who came to see you before the group started?
We have quite a few stories, but one of the first children that I started in my Kids and Teens Circle first came to me, was referred by the school because he was acting out. He had been a very good student and suddenly was acting out and not doing his work, et cetera, et cetera. When I spoke with Mom, she said, oh, he's just being a handful at home. a 9-year-old, came and we started individual therapy and just did some art with him and walked around the garden at the hospital and talked. Finally, after 3 months of having some therapy with him, he realized, he said to me, when my little sister was born, my mom gave me a shirt that said Big Brother, and she always told me I had to take care of him and take care of her. And when she got very sick, there wasn't anything I could do. And one time we were playing, and he remembers that was the day that he really acted out at school. They were playing, and she leaned her head back against his t-shirt, and her hair stayed there. She was losing her hair, and he freaked. He thought she was dying, and he couldn't do anything. This is a year later. He is in the GATE program. He's playing sports. She's doing very well. All her hair has grown back. The family comes to both. They bring the son to the kids circle, and they bring the little girl and all the family to the Children Affected by Cancer Family Night. So
Wow.
it's been a godsend for them and for all of the families that come. It's been great.
That's a touching story.
Yeah, it was wonderful to see the change.
And what inspired you to found the group, or to co-found the group?
Oh, well, I realized that there were many things cancer patients can do to help themselves recover and live as well as possible. And they were not learning about these opportunities. And I also was exposed to the wellness community in Santa Monica when I was in graduate school. And so I visited the wellness community and decided that we needed to have such a facility in our community. So it gives people skills and actually a community of people that are dealing with cancer together. So it helps with the unwanted aloneness and the loss of control and the psychosocial issues that cancer patients have. And most importantly, I think they find hope at the wellness community, and that makes such a huge difference in their lives. So it's been quite a journey, and we are very fortunate to be able to continue to serve cancer patients and their families and expand to include children with cancer, and in both English and Spanish. And we actually serve from San Fernando Valley through Ventura County.
Great.
So people don't have to travel so far to get to a cancer support community. So our headquarters is in Westlake Village, where we have a broad variety of programs from Qigong, which is a Chinese kind of exercise meditation that gives people peace of mind and helps them use all their joints in a non-harmful way, to educational programs and lots of support groups for family members or the person with cancer, and social events, and what have I left out?
Yeah, we have lots of social events too. It's really wonderful. And we have 4 children's groups. One in Winnetka, it's Kids and Teen Circle. That's also a bilingual one. One in Westlake Village, the Kids and Teen Circle. The one at St. John's in Oxnard Cancer Center. And then we have the family night at the Community Memorial Cancer Center, that's where we meet with the children with cancer and their families.
I think a really important message that we want to get out is that if you know someone with cancer, or you have know someone who has a family member with cancer, to please tell them about the cancer support community, because oftentimes people don't hear about it until they're all the way through with their treatment, and then they're devastated to learn that this could have helped them from day one. So we would love it if everybody was a little cancer support community ambassador. Just tell them to check it out and see if it could be helpful to them.
That's
And
great.
to know that through all of the wonderful donations and sponsors, that all of the services are offered free
Wow.
to the families with cancer
Wow.
because of our great support.
Yeah, we have a fundraising event coming up, which is our signature event, which is an annual holiday homes tour, and that's going to be the first weekend in December. So if people want to have a wonderful weekend and also support this wonderful work that we're doing, they can buy tickets to the Holiday Homes Tour.
And is this every December?
Yes.
Okay, great.
First weekend in December.
Okay. Wow, so now, how do people find out about the services that you have?
Well, mostly from their friends.
Okay.
And also, we get lots of good stories in the media,
Oh,
in the
yeah.
newspaper. That helps. So that's how the friends learn about the cancer support community. But the American Cancer Society makes referrals, doctors, nurses, a variety of sources. But the largest number are referred to us by their family and friends.
Okay.
But we do have a website. They can go on the website and look at all the services offered and see the calendars for the different settings that we're at, the different facilities. They can see what's available and what they might be interested in and what they feel up to doing.
We have partnerships with St. John's Hospital and also Community Memorial Hospital in Ventura County. So we offer programs at those locations as well as the Westlake Village location.
Okay. Well, what advice might you be able to offer to someone who might be watching this program who does have a family member who has cancer, or a friend or a business associate, and yet maybe not even sure how to speak about it to that person? What kind of advice might you offer?
Well, just speak up and don't be shy, because cancer patients often feel that their friends kind of back off because they don't know what to do or say. So just to speak from their heart and say, you know, I know about this wonderful organization, it might help you, and if you want to go, I'll go with you and we can check it out. They have an orientation meeting twice a week that tells you what is offered. And it can really make a difference. There's things that you can do to partner with your physician to help your body heal to its fullest capacity, and you don't have to be alone. No one has to be alone with cancer. It's very important that people are with other people who have cancer, who understand what they're going through, and they learn from each other. They form kind of an extended family that becomes very close when they're in their support groups together. But you don't have to be a support group person to enjoy or benefit from the wellness community. We have comedy night, where most of the comedians come from the comedy club up here, and that's once a month. So you can just show up for comedy night. It's still comforting to know that all the people in the room are affected by cancer, and you don't have to worry if your wig is off center, or you don't have to even wear a wig. You know, everyone's comfortable with just come as you are. You don't have to worry about, you know, maybe feeling sick or anything. It's just a very comfortable, home-like atmosphere.
Nice.
I think another thing to tell people when they learn that someone they love has cancer is be there as a listener. You know, offer anything I can do. I'm here, and do it. But listen to what they want. Don't try to, you know, get everything you can online and give them all this information. They don't need that right then. What they need is some support and some good ears to listen.
Good words. Basic help. Well, we're just about out of time. You've mentioned a website that people can go to for more information. What would be the website?
It's Cancer Support Valley VVSB. So the VV stands for Valley Ventura, and it can look like a W, so be careful. So it's Cancer Support VVSB, and the SB is for Santa Barbara. So someday we'll be offering programs in Santa Barbara.
.org.
And then we have a phone number,
Okay.
805-379-4777.
Great. Well, thank you very much for coming by. This is a group that more people do need to know about.
Thank you for having us.
All right.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, this is George ALGER signing off for this segment of Our Ventura TV. Until we meet again.